Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far, wherever you are. I started the morning with lots of energy and actually had 2 cups of coffee. And then I decided, okay, I think it's time to probably slow down a little bit and have a nice cup of tea. So I chose rooibos, or red bush it's called, which is a naturally caffeine-free tea. I think it comes from South Africa, and it's a very kind of it's a nice taste. It's kind of a reddy color tea, but it's really lovely and perfect for calming down and just having a nice relaxing start to the day. But one thing I wanted to talk to you about today is related to health. I think when we started 60 and Me, gosh, almost 5 years ago now, there were 3 things that we thought were super important. One was financial security, having enough money to live in retirement or to just to sustain the lifestyle that you want. The second was independence. And that meant things like travel and, retirement in general, just what you're going to be doing with your passions and going back to school, education, whether you wanted to mentor or be a volunteer, just all those things that allowed you to express your independent self. That was the second thing. But the third thing that we felt we really didn't know how they weighted at the time, at the beginning, but we found out the most important one is health, good health, healthy aging. And that meant nutrition, exercise, diet, mindset, brain health. It really was it became a very large part of the content that we write and the bloggers that contribute to us. You're talking about menopause and postmenopause, just the aging body. And we got into conversations about aging, anti-aging, or positive aging, as I like to say. And I think we started. I started doing yoga to help my own flexibility and challenges. Body image and just feeling good about myself, accepting my aging body. So yoga for me was a transformational exercise I took on, and also. As part of that, I realized along the journey how bad my balance was. And I've written about this before, we've talked about it before, but it's such an important topic. I wanted to just, touch on it again today and just talk about the things that happen, the amazing things that happen to your life when you start doing balance exercises. Now, this doesn't have to be fancy. This doesn't have to be specifically, a program, although, we do offer that as part of the yoga program is balance, but it's really just learning how to stand straight, watch your posture, and be able to manage a potential fall. I mean, we've talked about this before. I had several falls in the last 5 years, one bad one, several smaller falls on cobblestones, particularly in Europe. And it's so easy, or someone pushes you accidentally or whatever. There's so many ways that you can find yourself tumbling. And I mean, the numbers, I don't have them to hand, but the numbers of people who are admitted to hospital over 60 because of falls is just amazing. It's just one of the leading problems with good health. And it's where people end up in nursing homes and in care facilities because they've fallen over or they just can't keep their balance. So super, super important to take care of your balance and your posture. So 4 things that happen if this is going to inspire me, it'll maybe inspire you too. The first thing is you're going to start exploring the world. One thing that falls do is they really slam into your self-confidence. They make you feel like you're helpless, you're vulnerable, you're looking down all the time. You really are like looking down at your feet or down at the pavement or the texture of the ground and looking for possible problems. If you are traveling like that, you're constantly looking down and worrying. You're not looking up and out at the world. You're not enjoying the places that you are. And, honestly, there's no one there to help you when you're traveling abroad. Now, I mean, I've been in small towns and big cities, and it's the same in both places. When you fall over, people just tend to walk around you. The odd person will stop and you have to be very forceful and say, can someone help me please? Or you have to I have to ask. But when you're dealing with your balance and you feel confident and you can handle a tumble, or you can learn how to control, step to get your balance again, then you can travel with a lot more fun and less fear. And for me personally, that was a big switch. I mean, even as I've gotten older, I've realized that I'm not as confident when I travel as I used to be. I still travel alone. I still do all kinds of stuff. I have techniques now, though. I have ways of reassuring myself that things are okay. Simple things. But it can, certainly help you enjoy and explore your travel adventures more than you are today, perhaps, to get your balance in check. Next thing is it helps you to stop feeling clumsy. I mean, it's just one of those things. I actually have noticed recently. I keep dropping things, and it's not because I've got any physical problem. It's just that I'm usually thinking about three different things and putting things down carelessly, or they fall over. But I'm conscious that we do get, as we get a little older, we start moving differently. And start having hesitation about doing stuff. For example, if your light bulb goes out, and when you were younger, you just jump up on a chair, no problem, and you just change the light bulb. Now I'm like, I can get up on the chair, but can I get down from the chair? Is the chair stable enough? Can I get someone to help me? And of course, I often don't do that. I often do jump up on the chair, and I make sure I'm not, in a position where I might hurt myself. But it's just that kind of feeling of vulnerability. And it's a barrier to your independence. It's just preventing you from doing the things that you love. So I think that's important, to stop feeling clumsy and feeling in control of your body. Another thing that happens when you start doing balance exercises is you start exercising. Now, I found this to be definitely true, is that when I started realizing that I had more control over my balance, I actually wasn't so nervous about getting on a treadmill or getting on an elliptical, and I wasn't going to fall off of it. So I think I realized later how much my lack of balance contributed to my hesitation about exercising. And even, I mean, we know this, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm not a big exercise fan. I don't like gyms. I just don't. But I love to walk. And that's another thing, where you just have to watch your step. I'll never forget, I was in Edinburgh. I don't think I've ever mentioned this one. It just came to my mind. And I was doing something, like reading something, or while I was walking, not my phone, but it was something else, like directions or something. And I tripped and fell. And I bumped my elbow. It was very funny, because I was going to meet my son, and I fell over, bumped my arm. And just as I did that, I was kneeling there on the ground. I didn't fall on my face. This ambulance went by, and it was like going somewhere, and it wasn't, the red light wasn't going, but he slowed down, and he went, okay. And I went, yeah, okay, no problem. I was not going to admit to this ambulance that I needed help. And I didn't. I mean, I bruised my arm, but it wasn't like a serious injury. But it's just that sense of embarrassment and feeling like, whoa, I should have actually been able to handle that fall. I could have grabbed something or caught myself. Anyway, I ramble. But that's something I think that definitely happens, is you start thinking, what other sports can I do? What other activities can I do? Something I've always wanted to play tennis. Oh, no, I'm not going to tumble. If I reach out, I'm going to be okay. Maybe you want to go ice skating with your grandkids. They always seem to think up the most amazing, come on, Baba, let's go, whatever, ice skating, or I'm playing hockey, come play with us, and whatever. You just get there's barriers that come up around your exercise regimes. So that's going to change if you get your balance in order. And I think that the fourth one is back to the beginning, which is you start looking at the world differently. You really do. You don't look at it as an obstacle that is a danger for you. You look at it as an opportunity to enjoy a new place or just embrace something different. And you can hold your head up high. You certainly can look up and look around, and you don't feel like you're having to watch for something to hold on to, or mind how the ground might get a little unstable or bumpy. Just know that I can handle this. And it'll make you see the world, the big world, and it also make you see your world, the smaller world, in a much different perspective. So start doing your balance exercises. I'm talking to myself here, and hold your head up and enjoy this beautiful world that we've been blessed to be in our 60s. And just take care of yourself. But I think that even just standing on one foot, closing your eyes, and holding it for 5, and then the other leg, even just that, you'll realize how much you fall over. Who falls over putting on their tights? I used to do that. I'd have to hold the table or sit down. I mean, not that that's a bad thing. I'm not honestly not judging. If you've got a mobility issue or if you just don't know how, can't do it, then don't worry. It's just where you start. So anyway, hope it's been helpful. I would love to know, do you ever worry about falling? Do you worry about your balance? And if so, are you doing any balancing exercises? Or what are you doing to stay fit and in shape? All right, everybody. Well, hope you have a great day. Stay balanced, stay well, and I'll see you all back here again soon. Take care for now. Bye bye.